Yay! Such a small class, why not? My name is Yoke Darmawan. It's very unusual for Indonesian to have Yoke because I did ask my mom, it sounds very Dutch. And what is scary, it's spelled Joke, which now you can imagine my childhood being Miss Joke. It's a joke. I always been called a joke, but never mind. But Yoke is not Indonesian name, but a lot of influence from Dutch. I own a company called DNA. It's Darmawan and Associates. My consultancy is actually focusing on public relations, marketing, communication, and human resources consultancy. I've been living here in Bali for 28 years from Jakarta. But it's a choice. Right now, you can live anywhere you like and still enjoying a corporate life. Why not? So I travel here and there a little bit. I do a lot of consultancy for government. I do consultancy for university. I do a lot of product development, especially on the branding side of it. So public relation, marketing, as well as human resources become very crucial here in Bali because most companies just focusing on either public relation and marketing, but not so much on the human resources side of it. So because my background is putting all different kind of things in one package. So I thought it's why not to share and really giving back to the community. So let me get started. My topic today is about personal branding. Personal branding is changing, and as time goes by, I graduated from Melbourne in doing business studies. But then I learned about branding at the big agency in Jakarta. I work for a big, one of the third top agency in Jakarta, focusing on Unilever product. That's actually how I started. Every product has its own personality. Why can't we create a brand for a human being? So currently what I do, I create a brand for farmers. So I work together with farmers in Buleleng. And if you're familiar in the north of Bali, there is a lot of grape growers. Grape growers that only can earn 500 rupiah of the grapes. They sell 500 rupiah per kilo and not able to live as a farmers. So I create a branding for them so that they can engage with the industry. So I represent a lot of different farmers basically. And right now, the farmers can enjoy 7,500 rupiah per kilo for every harvest. Then the grape is going for the winery in Gianyar called Sababe. But there is a different subject. But my subject right now is actually you can create a branding the way you want it. It's dynamic, it's alive. You can change based on the time because people doesn't stay on wherever they are now. It's always changing. At the old days, if you are kind, if you good, they love your branding because I like the kind people, smile all the time. That is the kind of branding that I know since I was kid. You got to be kind. You respect older people. You pay attention. You care. And that is your personal branding. But when I use that in Singapore or in Australia where I grown up, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way is because you cannot smile to anyone that you don't know. The lesson is different. Our lesson when we were kids, you have to be kind to anyone. But when we were in Australia, you be careful when my daughter in different countries, and they were taught differently. So be careful with stranger. You don't be kind to anyone. You don't get too open with anyone. So be careful with strangers. Our teaching is completely different. So personal branding that I'll take an example of my daughter. She's 26 now, by the way, a big girl, going to get married very soon. So this little girl will get so confused because she was in Singapore and she said, Mommy, That's not right. I cannot smile with anyone. They thought I'm crazy because I'm super kind and they hate it. They think they don't trust me because I smile and kind for everybody. So I go, that's different from what I was told when I was kid. So personal branding is also adjusting, depends on where you are, your age group, the era, and places. Many things that change. But one thing that the same, because human, we all unique, but we are predictably unique. That's at least what I believe. So personal branding can still exist because we can build meaning, connection, and engagement across generation. So it's not about what I believe, but what is relevant right now. So I'm gonna skip that one. Where I come from, in my business, when we create brand, we're creating a brand value. It has to have a financial forecast, role of the brand strength. We focus that all the time, but it's become very boring. Is because we treat everyone as a product, not no human side of it at all. So I actually translate what I learned working on the brand on the authenticity. Can we be authentic as a human being? Can we be different? Even we carry our own culture, authenticity. And then relevance. Is it relevant now in today's world, in today's lifestyle, in today's environment? Um, do you, can you differentiate yourself to compare with others? Is there any consistency, presence, and engagement? So I thought I take everything that I learned before in the past for today's world and for a person, for a human being. How you look, how you speak, how you act is your personal brand. This is what I was told long time. So I learned about the agency, talking about the brand value, the elements that bring the brand value, and then personal branding based on the way you look, the way you speak. This is long time ago. But right now, if you don't have Facebook, if you don't have Instagram, if your followers is not more than 1 million, your personal brand kind of not cool. Wow. So does that mean that I'm not cool? That's a bit sad because I've been working on this branding for so many years. So I said, the measurement change. Does it mean that right now what we have will not change? It will change. I actually have one video, but I'm not so sure it's later on. I did later on because I need an internet. You have internet later, yeah. So for example, I live believing that Coca-Cola is good. Now, if I say Coca-Cola is good, oops, is it recorded? I should not mention about the brand. But anyway, never mind. So I believe Coca-Cola is good. I drink Coca-Cola all the time, especially in my university. I come from Jakarta, I come from Indonesia, studying overseas. What I know is Coca-Cola, I drink it a lot. But right now, if I say Coca-Cola is good, everybody gonna enlarge their eyes. Sugar level, all the things that it's not good. Take coconut, change. But Coca-Cola has been putting branding injected on everyone in my generation in Indonesia to believe that that is the drink that people want. That is you cool if you are part of the Coca-Cola society. Change again. Now, right now, Google, Amazon, Grab, they're all climbing up. Coca-Cola going down to the level. McDonald's going down to the level. Because you know why? People change. So it's okay to change is because everything that we do right now is about selecting what is right for us. Around us, noises. This is how you have to do it. You have to present yourself in a certain way. There are noises. We wake up with screen. Wake up in the morning, we look at the screen on Instagram. Is there any? At least me now. I hope not all of you. You're not into Instagram? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, dear. Yes. Yes. We wake up in the morning, we look at our Instagram just for fun. And then Facebook, who and who saying what. And then it's just become our day-to-day life. Before shower, you turn on the TV and see what is going on. Screen is our life. So our personal brand is depend on what is happening around us. No longer at the old days. It's a value, it's a belief that is from one generation to another. Right now, you are get influenced by the rest. So many noises. But what does that mean? Does that mean that we lost our personal branding? Not really. We can defend our personal branding. So I'm gonna change topic a little bit and going back to my school time in Australia. Uh, I was a joke, basically, because my name is Joke, basically. Miss Joke over there, like when I was Australia. So I was so depressed. My personal branding is down to the level is because I grown up in a very secure family. I'm one of the 6 girls. 6 girls. My father is a police general. So we feel like we are so protected, we are so cool, we are so powerful. But then when I was in Australia, I'm nothing. I speak no English. My name is Joke. I cannot cook. Oh my goodness. Everyone else can cook. I cannot cook. I don't adjust very well. So my personal branding was really down to the floor. But one of the girls helping me that every weekend, we don't mingle with the boys. We go to the farm. In the farm, she has goat, chicken, everything. So it's just to make me less stress. So I went to the farm and helping her in the farm, basically. I never seen a farm in Jakarta. Every afternoon, late afternoon, all the chicken, all the ducks has to go back to the farm. But then the goat looking at me and goes, if you can touch me, like we play. I pull, not moving. Push, not moving. You do anything with carrots, doesn't move. So my friend said, to talk to the goat, you know what they have to do? You tickle the goatee, grab the goat, and the goat will come with you. So a beautiful learning for me because I never know about this. So she said to me, Yoke, if you want to survive, you have to create a personal branding that relevant to the environment. For a goat, you cannot push and pull. You have to speak the language. The language of the goat is playing with the goatee, and the goat will follow you. The language that they understand. So personal branding, it's no longer using the same measurement away at the old days, but now using the language that people around you understand. So I learned from the goat. My friend gave me a good lesson. So from there, I speak the language the way the student in Australia speak. Good night, mate. Good night, mate. No longer, hello, apa kabar? Nama saya Yoke. Like I used to speak like, I'm Indonesian, so I like to smile in every sentence. So you got to speak a bit more direct. You speak in the way that they understand. So really, personal branding, learning from the goat, that you speak the language that people understand. So, people says, if people like you, they will listen to you. But if they trust you, they will do business with you. So it's not just about being like, but it's how can you build a trust across generation? How can we build trust across generation? I belong here. My daughter belong here. My colleague in the office all here, and here. All right. So it's so difficult for us to create a trust is because I insist on using my old measurement, and they use the measurement that they know. So my little Tasha, she's here, my daughter. She said to me, you know, like in Australia, um, we don't do like what mom told me. I always believe kindness is the best personal branding. Kindness. You got to be kind. So she said, Mom, I'm working now for ABC News. Everyone is very competitive. Everybody tried to do their best. Everybody. And I said, does that mean that you are less kind? You don't need to be kind? And she said, it's less priority to me now. Wow. I'm a bit sad in a way because I want her to be kind at the same time aggressive in her work, not aggressive, what is optimism in her work and doing very, very forceful. But then I said, how can I make you stay on who you are without being, without losing your personal self, without losing yourself? Then we start opening fixed mindset versus open mindset. So me and Tasha, my daughter, it start to map of what she good at. So how do see how you see yourself, how others see you. It's your personal brand. I with my daughter, she's my what you call it, um, my case study because she's there until now. She's in Australia and me here, and I'm still teaching at university in Stanton University. So I want to connect. Tell me, how can I connect to the younger generation? So me and Tasha doing a study, and now instead of me telling them what is the best, they tell me what is the best. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little exercise here because the key of my point is it's no longer me telling them what is best for them, but now is they tell themselves, they insist on and they believe in their own value. They create their own value. It's no longer baby boomer telling you this is the best. It doesn't work anymore. It's them who decide and create and define what is right for them. Okay, so let's just play a little exercise. Who is your idol? Who is your idol? Okay, why?
Because he maintained a lot of businesses and at the same time having fun with his life.
I love that. Doing business and having fun at the same time. And who is your idol? Oprah. Why? Yes, yes, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Why?
Can't even put a reason behind it.
Okay, who's your idol?
He's a Norwegian guy, but he's totally amazing. What's it called, starts different businesses and he smiles, he's happy. You know, he got this positive thing going at the same time.
All right, but at the same positive things going on, but at the same time they look at new business in behind the head. Who's your favorite idol?
Bruce Lee,
Bruce Lee. All right, why?
not only for his like martial art abilities, but he also kind of opened up the world's perception of Asian people in the film industry.
All right, that is nice. What do you want to be known for? Okay, we look into this, and now just imagine the our ideal, and then what do you want people? What do you want to be known for? What do people say about you behind your back? What do you want people say about you that relate a little bit with your idol? What do you want them to know? I know Bruce Lee and said his sport and the same related to you. You built yourself in a way that physical is very important. Yeah? How about you? You take life seriously, but at the same time, you want to have fun and gain something out of that. And with you, you want to be community centered and care about human being, but at the same time, you want to make the difference. Because idol is actually behind our right brain. It stay there. You know, like because we choose idol based on our unconsciousness. So it stay there. It stayed there. So how can a baby boomer now telling other generation, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that? It doesn't relate to their unconscious mind. And yourself, of course, you are having fun at the same time. You take life seriously. And kindness is very important to you. Being kindness to everybody, is it important to you? Oh, not that much. Oh, okay, let's go for the business. All right. So, but you want to be known as people that is very driven because of your idea. All right. So, how make you stand out from the crowd? So, the kids nowadays, because everyone is competing, so how can they make themselves stand on the crowd? The key is they have to be authentic. They have to believe. They have to believe in their authenticity. Stick to their authenticity. Stick to what they believe is right for them. Now, once you are there, you stem yourself, and that is you. To be authentic, you have to know three things about you. So, you know your ideal, just in a quick thinking, but choose three words that define yourself and stick to it for the rest of your life, or change when you think you need it. What is the three things that right now can stick on your head?
I don't want to choose the three things that I have to stick for the rest of my life right
Yes.
now, but
Yes. Give it to me.
yeah, okay. Positive energy,
Yes?
drive,
Yes?
and authenticity.
Authenticity. All right. You keep that and you develop that and make it one of your preaching. You know, do you have wife?
Yeah.
Okay, good. If you're preaching that all the time, no. What I'm saying is, to your wife, make her believe all the time how driven you are, because you use the same word all the time. The three things that make you different. The three things that make you stick together all the time for the rest of your life. The three things that your kids believe, that is the father. The three things, because unconscious mind need exercise. All the time you believe in those three things, and it's now yours. Keep it for the rest of your life. Don't change it unless something really big happen. All right? What is the three things that you can think of that you want to stick with?
Probably optimism,
Optimism,
kindness,
kindness,
and creative.
creative.
Yeah.
Excellent. When you are in your team, for example, you have a team, or you are a group of employees, you all the time you sell the three things about you. That is become your brand, because it's authentic, it's you, and it's always remain belongs to you. Your unconscious mind, your right brain will take it. Creativity will grow fast and stronger. Personal branding, something that, like you are selling an item, you know, you say it again and again. Consistently, you put it on the table. Consistently, you talk about it. Consistently, you want people know about it. So don't keep it for yourself. Write it down, put it big, stick it on the wall, stick it on the fridge, because anytime when you talk, when you get upset, you go back there again. The reason, it's a value that you want to believe in. What is the three things?
Still creative.
Creative,
Yeah, creative, honest,
honest,
and positive.
positive. Creative, positive, and honest.
Yeah.
That's very, very beautiful. So stick to it. The three things. I believe in the three things, because three things in any branding works. I mentioned earlier that I'm doing branding for the farmers in north of Bali. Three things about them. three things that they have to believe. I'm proud being a farmer, so they are. You create a campaign for them. I'm proud being a farmers that have integrity, that care about their kids. You know, like they never touched those three before, and now they take ownership. The money that they have, now they use it to buy a cow. The cow, they use it for the grapes. They will never leave the grape farm, even when the middlemen try to convince them to sell the land. But that is how you defend your personal branding. Personal branding, it could be just three things that you believe and make it part of your life. All right. Common mistake, of course, you don't know who you are, what you want, where you go. Focusing too much of self-picture. You don't know your unique plan. You build reputation based on what people want to hear or see. And this is what happened right now. You create a brand based on what people want to hear and what people want to see. And then reactive, not proactive enough. Express personal opinion too fast, too soon, lack of listening. You speak all the time. Now, I mentioned earlier about a cross culture. I grown up in Indonesia. I think and act like an Indonesian. We love to smile all the time. If we don't understand, we smile. And then if we late, we smile. And then if we care about others more than we should be, we take our time, maybe not discipline in time and all the thing. But when you come across to a different culture, then you we tend to be reactive. The Western try to be reactive on our lack of time management. We're a bit upset. You get upset when people say yes, they're gonna do it and they're not gonna do it. Yeah, because I have no guts to tell you because I don't want to disappoint you at the beginning. I would just say, Yoke, do this. And I go like, yes, actually I cannot do it. I don't know how to do it. But I don't want to disappoint you, so I just say yes. But in your shoes, you go like, but you say yes already, meaning that you can do it. Why can't you just tell me the truth? You know, like all the cases about reactive and not proactive enough. So to build your personal brand, now change it a little bit. You say like, when can you tell me, when can you finish it? How can you finish it? So you actually ask question. So you listen what is they going to say. Said, actually, ma'am, I can finish it tomorrow if you tell me how to do it. You know, so you actually changing your personal brand, being upset because they cannot complete your project or your work, express personal opinion too fast, too soon. You go like, you are lazy. So that's why we cannot get things done. So change it. It's become a mistake that scares people. People get scared and that is less and less able to show their strength. Okay. I'm going to go for my second one, unique value proposition. Once you know the three things about you, you have to marketing it. You have to actually sell it. You have to make people know. How do you make people know? Let's just go to questions. What are your natural talent as a child? What are you as a child? Your natural talent. What is your natural talent? Your skill. What you have developed and your passion and what make you excited. Give yourself like a good 1 minute to just work and think about it. Just spend time and think about it. What is how do you look like when you were a child? Your natural. What do you like? If you remember. What skill do you have developed? And what makes you excited? Maybe this one is easier to answer right now. What makes you excited?
Creating
Oh yeah? Creating something new that no one
something new.
else
Yes, but it will be very exciting if no one else.
Yes, very good. Passion. What make you excited? The three things that you like to share has creativity in it. Yeah, creativity. So, what make you excited is a new idea that just popped like that. You are driving and suddenly you come across a new idea and you go like, that is cool. I want it. What excites you? What make you excited?
Can I steal the creative bit as well?
Yes. What is it?
Drawing.
Drawing.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of drawing?
Fashion illustration.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then is it a skill that you develop?
Yes. Yeah.
Eh.
I went to study. Yeah, I did a degree and stuff. So yeah.
Bye.
Hi.
Yes. Oh, you study about it.
Yeah,
And
fashion
then-
design. So everything with fashion. So drawing the clothes, designing the clothes, fashion illustration. Yeah.
How long does that new skill in you? So how long?
Oh, it's like
For
18 years.
18 years
Yeah.
now. Excellent. And now you take ownership. Now it's
Yeah.
your branding.
True. Yep.
Yes. Whatever come out, the end result of your work should have you in it.
Yes.
That is your personal branding.
Yes.
If you have not done it, you have to inject the three things about you in your work because that's how you market your brand. A lot of people separate their branding, their product, and themselves. You have three fantastic label about you. And then you produce a fantastic design, but you don't collaborate your end product and yourself. Because you know what? Personal branding is so powerful to, to engage with the result of your work. What is your passionate about?
Storytelling.
Sorry?
Storytelling.
Storytelling.
Yeah.
All right. Is it a skill that you develop?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
For how long? Since you were a kid?
Yeah,
you child?
yeah, maybe like since I was 14, maybe 18
Storytelling.
years or something.
Okay. What kind of storytelling? Is it for
te-
movie? Is
yeah,
it for
TV.
TV?
Yeah,
Are you some kind of presenter or?
both, but mostly now producer, TV producer. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
so I invent TV concepts and then develop them and then tell the stories.
All right. What is the three personal brand of yours?
Mine is positive energy.
Yes?
And right now I'm getting the, what's it called when you get
Shoo.
brain dead? Stop.
Okay.
Positive energy and I
Well,
forgot what I said.
Yeah, what was that? So
Yeah.
you have to take
I have to work on
ownership.
on quite a few things there.
Okay.
Remembering the
In that case, remember we were saying believe in those three.
Yeah.
Write it down is because whatever project or work that you do, you sell your thinking, your work based on your three personal brand. That make it value. Then I can start talking about the brand value.
Yeah.
This is where I'm leading you to. The brand value and the product, the output of your work basically have to engage to create the value. We or people market value, human being, and the result. You work on a jewelry, for example. It's jewelry, Sherlin Jewelries. It has positivity, it has creativity that based on nature of better. The storytelling is come from your personal brand. But some people just go and cut their personal brand with their work. So right now, it's best to market yourself and your work as in one. Because if you are a storyteller and then at the same time you are an optimist, at the same time you are a creative mind, like you combine it and who you are become bringing the added value, the brand value. Yeah? So, combine that. In your own time, before you sleep, whatever result of your product, it could be a jewelry, could be a clothing, create a wording. I use my natural talent. What is your natural talent? And the skill to have an impact on the industry. I would say like this is me. I use my natural talent of connecting with others and coaching skill to have an impact on professional industry. That is me. So meaning that whatever you want to do, you create a sentence that bring added value to your product. Done. All right. I'm going to go. Before I finish, we have learned three things about personal brand. We have learned that we have to sell your personal brand and connect it to the product that you produce to be able to have a brand value. But the last one is networking. Every time you go, you meet people, you repeat again and again and what you believe. I see myself as being creative. I use natural material from Sumba into blah, 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 blah. But you use the same sentence again and again and again until you believe and the community believe, the people that work behind you believe in it, the whole thing believe it because you build community because you start to shine for everybody. You and your personal brand will connect everyone to support you. For example, you said, just good, an example is easier. I use my natural talent to learn about something, but I develop a skill of drawing using natural Sumba material, tararara. And then this guy was saying like, oh, actually I know people that produce waving from Sumba. Oh, I know people who do marketing. The more you sell yourself, the more easier people to help you. The more you sell yourself, the more you promote yourself, the more you believe in your organization, your personal branding, the easier people to say. So, my last, be the truth and speak to the people the language they understand so that they're willing to do what you ask them to do voluntarily from the heart. Get people come to you and help you because they know your personal brand. So don't hide your personal brand. Stick to the tree. Talk about it all the time. Sell it to your wife, sell it to your husband, sell it to your kids, selling to the people around you because that's how we start our business and make it as the brand value at the end. Thank you. I hope that's useful. Yay. All right. Question. Question. Yes.
Can you tell us some example of three real from your client? Real and the three real things and the sentence that they use in order to promote them.
Fantastic. All right. I'm coming back to my farmers. All right. The Sabah Bay Winery is the winery that produce and work together with the farmers. They have three things. Number one, integrity, adventures, as well integrity, adventure, and innovation. All right. Adventure, integrity, and innovation. Number one, when you talk about integrity, meaning that you will pay and get people the right fair trade so that they can live sustainability on a sustainability zone. Number one, integrity. Number two, adventurous. Adventurous, we explore, we expand ideas and get people to participate in a new field. Being adventurous, taking a risk and go beyond what you believe. Number three is innovation. Sabah Bay Winery want to be known as a winery that is brave enough to compete with the import product. So they have to take a big step in innovation, hiring French winemaker, like creating a new innovation of taste and smell. So those three become their base working format. Those three are not from the sky, not from the product. Those three are belongs to the owners. The owner's personal brand. Because the owner is just simple lady, retired, um, doesn't know anything about wine, but she believes in integrity, very adventurous. She goes to all farming in the village. She goes up to the deep, to the level of personal to the farmers. And number three, she's very come up with great idea, innovation ideas. Being passionate of those three help her to get funding from people because she talk about those three all the time. It's hers, now it's the brand, and now funding or community that support the brand. I think it's real and it's working. But you have to do a homework. Homework meaning draw the tree, believe in it, sell it all the time, speak about it all the time. If you are creative, you believe you are creative, every time you come out with a new idea and you said, this is a new creativity that come out, this is my new creativity. So you have to use the same word again and again until people believe, she's so creative. You almost inject your words to that person again and again until she or the audience tell other people, she's so creative. Basically, you're the one who inject. It's not come out from the sky. It's actually you the one who tell them what you want them to tell you. Yeah, make sense? Does it answer your question? Good. Any other question? Any question? Okay. I hope this is useful. This is just a little sharing. My office is actually in Hang Tuah. I'm doing a lot of program. I'm doing a lot of a trip to East Indonesia, looking into many different ideas and community development, but at the same time doing my three words. Oh dear. Okay, my three words. I believe. I'm a believer. It's true. My three words. I'm a believer. I'm adventurous. I'm I'm a risk taker. I don't stay. I just go explore and do things. Believer is, I really believe. I never scared on anything. It's because I don't believe in one religion only. Doesn't need to be recorded, yeah. I don't believe, it's not about religion. It's about believing. Believing that you can do it. People are kind. Like I got support. Every time I don't have money, I said, I want money and make that happen. And normally it's just happened to me. And I'm not just saying it, but it's what I've been gone through. I've been living in Bali for 27 years, leaving my comfortable family in Jakarta, and then people in family thought that I'm a slightly cuckoo, but I believe in my three values, three personal brand. I'm a believer, I'm a risk taker, and I'm creative.
If we get more than three that really excite us, how we decide which three to have?
Okay. Number one, I make mistakes. I go, I'm a believer, I'm very passionate, and I'm a risk taker. Those three. But I keep on changing the one in the middle. So I change it, but I don't add. You know why? It's because human being, we take three seriously. We take Less serious 4. 5 we don't care. But 3 it's the capacity people to think, to believe. If you create a brand, this brand is about fun, it's about love, it's about friendship. Thing registered. But once you go 4 or 5, people doesn't register even 1. It's fun, love, peace. You know, like, so that's it. Why eat, pray, and love stick to 3 instead of other? It's because it's how people can adopt and take ownership. Stick to 3. Yeah? That's it? The end? Yes? Yes? It's a wrap? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.